review, get back to normalcy so our fans can all be at every event that they want to go to as opposed to mostly watching online. But luckily we have you to help us with that.
And I'm happy to do it. I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, today I'll be without Olivia Andell, but that happens. She's off enjoying herself in Mexico. I hope she has a fantastic vacation. Today is obviously senior day for you guys. That's why we're bringing you up here, obviously, during the pregame. Talk a little bit about some of these seniors and kind of what senior day kind of means to you as a coach.
I can't stand senior day, to be honest. A lot of times we're a little too emotional on senior day. We're thinking about the end of something as opposed to trying to complete something. Now, I do love senior day to honor our seniors that deserve it, but for me as a coach, not a big fan of the day. It's just there's too much added emotion and confusion to what should just be focus on business as usual. So that's why we do our honoring after the game, so hopefully we can keep that focus.
Absolutely. And let's talk about some of these seniors. I know I'll let you kind of talk about them and what they've kind of meant to the program since you've been here.
Well, when you have 2 of your 3 seniors or transfers, it's really hard to say what they've meant to a program, over a 3-4 year period. But for me, since I've been here, all 3 of these seniors have been with me. We're all here as juniors. Sydney Miller's been here her whole career. And the dedication all 3 have given has been tremendous. 25 years of coaching, I can't think of many senior classes that I'm more fond of than this one. Not just the dedication, but the way they play the game, the hearts they have, the intensity they have, and the desire to win, the desire to improve. They're never satisfied with their abilities. They want to get better and better, and you don't see that a lot out of seniors. So to me, all 3 of these ladies are they're going to be heavily, heavily missed, sorely missed, as just great people and great athletes.
When you talk about the honoring with the seniors and everything, but is it kind of a day when you have senior day like this, you kind of count on them to kind of show up and kind of be there to kind of pick up maybe these other girls?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I can tell you right now, if these 3 seniors don't play well, we're going to lose. But I count on them to play well, and their team counts on them to play well, and they are the backbone of this team. Now, arguably, Katie Honeycutt might be one of the best players in the entire conference, but these 3 seniors, the impact they have on this team every single day is tremendous, and we're counting on them. We really do need them to play well, and they also have to, like you just said, carry their team. Pick their team up, pick their teammates up if they're not playing well, and get them back on track, and they're pretty good at that.
But I know you guys coming into this one against Southeastern, you had a tough spot. You lost 3 in a row to Southwestern, East Central, Oklahoma Baptist. The Oklahoma Baptist a much better effort than we had here at home, losing just 3-2. But since that point, you guys have started to kind of turn the page a little bit and get back on that winning side. You've won 3 straight, including one of these is against a team we're playing here today at home, at Southeastern, Oklahoma Christian at home, and of course at Southern Nazarene.
If you have a big losing streak, it's difficult to get back on top again. It really is. But, we lose a few, we win a few. That's really how it should be for most teams, that you never get in slumps and you never hold long streaks. And I think that we're a traditional team right now. And the best thing about this team is we have not peaked. We've made severe changes in our lineup a few weeks ago. It's been getting better. It's worked out to be a few wins. Like you said, challenged OBU, a number 5 in the nation OBU, to a 5th set on their court. So the changes have worked. The problem is the fatigue. And I'm going to talk about this on behalf of every team in the country right now, is that, normally this time of the year, you're just having fun playing some spring tournaments. You play like a 2-game set against somebody and move on to somebody else. It's a lot of fun. There's no pressure. These girls have had upwards near 120 practices to play this being only their 12th game of the season. You don't play 100 or have 120 practices to play 12 games.
Right.
It's ridiculous, and you can just see at moments in every team in this conference that fatigue factor have been playing way too long to play these games, and so I'm just hoping that we can get our niche and start to peak a little bit going into the playoffs.
Well, I was going to say, you think you'd see your team doing that now when you talk about peaking, winning 3 in a row, opportunity here maybe to win 4, and I know that the 1 seed is secured for Oklahoma Baptist. I know that is probably the goal from here on out, is to secure that 2 seed and get an opening round bye.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to need to win both games to secure that number 2. And I was talking with Kevin down at Southern Nazarene this week, and I said, I would not be shocked to see a 4-way tie for 5-5 for second place in this conference. I mean, it's just really good matchups every night. There's no weak teams in the GAC, especially on the Oklahoma side. every team in the entire conference has at least one conference win. Um, it's just a solid conference. I wouldn't say we're the best in the country, but we've got number 5 and number 7 in our conference. That's pretty good.
Yes, it is. Well, and the team here today, I know Southeastern's 1-6, but one of those wins coming against Southwestern, where they actually swept Southwestern. I know you guys went on the road and beat them 3-1, but quick kind of a little preview on Southeastern today from you.
Well, Southeastern, I tell you what, they never quit on a ball. You get the best block in the world, the biggest kill in the world. Typically, your team starts to celebrate, thinking they just got a point. It's never down. Somehow, this team gets it up every time. They're so scrappy. Offensively, they are led by a 5'10" lefty setter that can hammer the ball on 2, and that makes them very dangerous. Our job is honestly make as few mistakes as possible. The one thing that Southeastern can do is have a lot of hitting errors, and we need to push them to have those hitting errors and keep ourselves under control.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time to join us here in the pregame, and good luck on Senior Day and, of course, against Southeastern. And I know we'll see you next week at Southwestern. Looking forward to that one.
Thanks, Dustin. Love being on your show.
All right, thanks again to Coach Abishan for joining us here in our pregame show. Again, Ranger Volleyball coming up here in around 26 minutes or so as, again, Northwestern taking on Southeastern. Well, it's been quite a day on this Saturday. But we'll come back after this pregame. Again, it's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug right here on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available in bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
And welcome back here inside Percival Fieldhouse as we continue our pregame show for Northwestern Ranger Volleyball here this afternoon. Of course, Northwestern taking on Great American Conference opponent, the Southeastern Savage Storm. Again, big thank you to Coach Fred Abishan for joining us here in the pregame show. Talk about, obviously, what these seniors kind of mean to his team. Again, the 3 of them, which, again, the seniors will be honored after the match today, is how this one's going to work. So, again, a big shout-out to Coach Abishan for joining us here talk about these Seaviewers, and preview the opponent, the Southeastern Savage Storm. As we begin kind of our pregame show, we take a look at your latest Great American Conference standings. Right now in the Eastern Division, it's Harding. Harding is 8-0 in conference play. They're 8-0 overall. They have secured the number 1 seed in the Eastern Division. Number 2 seed secured is Arkansas Tech. They're 6-3 in conference play. They're 6-3 overall. Arkansas and Monticello right now in third at 4-5 in conference play, 4-5 overall. Henderson State is 4-5 in conference play, 4-5 overall. Ouachita Baptist is 3-6 in conference play, 3-6 overall, and securing the number 6 spot as of right now is Southern Arkansas, who's 1-7 in conference play and 1-7 overall this season. As we'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back. We'll look at the Western Division standings next. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Pioneer Cellular will save you money on your family plan. Whether your definition of family means your immediate family or your extended family who lives with you. Hey, whoever you share a plan with. For example, you can get 3 lines with 20 gigabytes of data for just $90 per month. Add additional lines for as little as $25 each. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store to find out how much you'll save.
The Northwestern Bookstore is everything you need, whether you're a staff, student, or just your average Ranger fan. They offer everything from hats to t-shirts, polos, jackets, hoodies, and so many more Ranger clothing options. If you are a student, you can also purchase everything you need for this semester. You can also shop online and customize your order by visiting buyrangergear.com. So stop in and browse to our selection by visiting the Northwestern Bookstore located in the Student Center at Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
And welcome back as we continue our pregame show. Let's look at the Western Division standings. Right now, it's Oklahoma Baptist who has secured the number 1 seed here in Oklahoma, and they're 9-0 in conference play, 14-0 overall this season, and then 2 all the way down to 6. Still kind of a logjam when you look at 2 all the way down to at least 4. Southwestern is 5-4 in conference play, 5-5 overall. Right now, they have the 2 seed. Northwestern in third at 4-4 in conference play, 7-4 overall. Of course, the Rangers have won their last 3. That's what makes this a very important game here today for Northwestern to try and tie Southwestern in those conference standings. East Central right now in fourth at 3-5 in conference play, 3-5 overall this season. Southern Nazarene is in fifth at 3-6 in conference play, 3-7 overall. The Crimson Storm have lost their last 3. And of course, the opponent today, the Southeastern Savage Storm, they're 1-6 in conference play, 1-6 overall this season. And again, the Savage Storm, not a whole lot of matches. In fact, it was really spread out to begin the spring semester for them. They played a lot recently in the last couple of weeks. Their first match of the year was on January 26th at Oklahoma Baptist. They were swept. They played again February the 2nd against Southern Nazarene, lost that one 3-1, 3 sets to 1. Then, of course, they didn't play again for over a month until March 11th when they went to Southern Nazarene and lost 3 sets to 1. Played Northwestern at home on the 16th of March, lost 3-0. Lost Oklahoma Baptist 3-1 on the 19th. Then, of course, come back with a big win on March the 23rd when they defeated Southwestern as they swept the Bulldogs 3-0. In fact, 25-20, 25-19, and then the second set just destroyed Southwestern 25-7. So very surprising that the Bulldogs lost 25-7 in that second set. And then most recently they went on the road. Southwestern got their revenge as they defeated Southeastern 3 sets to 1. Again, that was on March 26th, so just yesterday. So Southeastern played two matches in 2 days. We'll see how the Savage Storm handle it. Of course, traveling from Durant all the way to Weatherford, and then, of course, back up here to Alva, Oklahoma. We got just over 20 minutes, or just under 20 minutes before we begin this one. Of course, before we get going with the match today, we'll have kind of a senior script. We'll be honoring the seniors' parents as well before the match. And, of course, the Senior Day festivities will take place after this one is over today. So stick with us as we'll come back for more of our pregame show right after this. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug, right here on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
With COVID-19 contributing to more sickness and death across our nation, America's physicians have 3 simple steps you can take to stop the spread. First, wash your hands. Second, stay at least 6 feet from others. And third, mask up. At the American Medical Association, we know that following the science and evidence will protect you and your loved ones. With science, we will defeat COVID-19 together.
What does it mean to be a Ranger?
It means smaller class sizes so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available in bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Welcome back here inside Personal Fieldhouse as we continue our pregame show. Of course, Ranger Volleyball coming up this afternoon. Match begins at 3 p.m. And, of course, you can also stream us on alvaradio.com. And, of course, our broadcast can be heard through the Northwestern Ranger Athletics YouTube channel as well. Busy day for Northwestern as we talked about this morning. Ranger softball had action this morning at 11 a.m. First pitch for that one. Of course, Ranger softball team was swept by Ouachita Baptist this weekend as they lost it 4-1. Ranger soccer also in action. Their match started at 1 o'clock. Right now is no score. The 88th minute, nearly the 89th minute. Again, they're from the Alva Recreational Complex. Some numbers for you from that match right now. Southern Nazarene has 19 shots. 8 of those have been on goal. Northwestern with 14 shots. 9 have been on goal. Rangers have had 6 corner kicks. Southern Nazarene with 5. Southern Nazarene with 1 yellow card today. 11 fouls against the Crimson Storm. 9 against Northwestern. Both teams with quite a few saves today as Southern Nazarene has 9 saves and, of course, Northwestern with 8 as they move in towards the 89th minute. Northwestern soccer team seems like it's been kind of the thing lately for them is a lot of overtime matches, and, of course, we may end up seeing one again here today. But, of course, Ranger Volleyball coming up right around 3 o'clock, and crowd starting to file in. Should have a pretty good crowd here, of course, for Senior Day. As we take a look at some statistics for Northwestern to this point in the season, obviously we talk about it every broadcast. Is leaded kills by Katie Honeycutt, who's got 163 so far this season. Kate Dieterding, the only other player with over 100 on the year, she's got 118. Raven Burns is third on the team in kills with 47. Tara Parks has 42. Madison Dellinger with 36. Courtney Russell with 31. Garmay Jones with 16, and Avery Osberg with 13. So a lot of double-digit kills as far as Northwestern goes so far this season. We talked about it, blocks. Northwestern with 102 so far this year as a team, while the opponents have nearly 79 blocks on the year. So a very impressive number for Northwestern at that point again this season. Attack errors for Northwestern at 220 so far this year. The opponents have had 254. Rangers are averaging nearly 12 kills per set with a hitting percentage right around 15%. Their opponents hit it right around 14 as well. Service aces this year, Northwestern with 54. Service errors with 57, while their opponents have 53 aces against them, 62 errors. Rangers are averaging just over an ace per set. As far as defensively, digs on the year, 670 for Northwestern, averaging just over 16 digs per set, while their opponents have 688, and their opponents have just under 17 digs per set so far this season. For the against Savage Storm, we'll take a look at their numbers right after this as we take another commercial break here in our pregame show. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7. Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan product at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Pioneer Cellular will save you money on your family plan. Whether your definition of family means your immediate family or your extended family who lives with you. Hey, whoever you share a plan with. For example, you can get 3 lines with 20 gigabytes of data for just $90 per month. Add additional lines for as little as $25 each. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store to find out how much you'll save.
The Northwestern Bookstore is everything you need, whether you're a staff, student, or just your average Ranger fan. They offer everything from hats to t-shirts, polos, jackets, hoodies, and so many more Ranger clothing options. If you are a student, you can also purchase everything you need for the semester. You can also shop online and customize your order by visiting buyrangergear.com. So stop in and browse through our selection by visiting the Northwestern Bookstore located in the Student Center at Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
Welcome back here inside Percival Fieldhouse. Just over 10 minutes before we begin this match here today. Again, Northwestern hosting the Southeastern Savage Storm as Northwestern again about done with their season. They've got one more match coming up. Of course, that's on March 31st, next Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Southwestern. Looking forward to that as our crew will be traveling down to Weatherford to cover that one. Usually we make those road trips when we go down to Weatherford, take on Southwestern. Bulldogs came in here and dominated Northwestern here at home, but we'll see if the Northwestern Rangers volleyball team go down and get revenge on Southwestern. Again, that's March 31st at 7 o'clock. We will have coverage of that one next week from Weatherford. A little bit about the opponent today against Southeastern, 1-6 overall this season, 1-6 in conference play. They're 1-3 at home. They have yet to win a road match so far this year. They're 0-3 to this point in the season. Numbers for the Savage Storm, they're led in kills by Alexandra Rodich. Again, it was 73 so far this year. Skylar Lewis is second behind her with 67 this year, 47 from Caroline Griffith, and 39 from Ruthie Forson. And Jocelyn Grewing with 35 this year. Again, they just played 7 matches to this point this season. Southeastern as a team, 321 total kills. Well, their opponents have 325 on the year, 150 attack errors to the opponents' 127. Total number of attacks, just over 1,049. Their opponents have 1,022. Attack percentage per set for Southeastern is 16%. Their opponents average nearly 20%. And kills per set just under 13 for the Savage Storm, where their opponents average right at 13. As far as service aces go this year, 25 service aces for Southeastern. They have 37 service errors, while their opponents have 39 total service aces, and their opponents just 25 service errors today. We'll see if Northwestern, it's kind of been kind of a difficult thing we've seen. I know when Olivia Endell, I've been doing the last few games here at home, we've seen Northwestern have a little few service errors, so hopefully Northwestern can clean those up here today and obviously get back to that defensive ability that we've seen from Northwestern under Coach Abishan the last few years as well. It seems to be heading that direction, of course, with Northwestern winning their last 3. Some other numbers for Southeastern, again, as far as digs go, 489 this year. They average nearly 20%, while their opponents have 487. Their opponents are averaging just under 20 digs percent this season. As far as blocking goes, 32 total blocks for Southeastern this year. Their opponents have 44 blocks percent, just over one for Southeastern. Their opponents averaging nearly 2% so far this season. So again, that's some individual and team numbers to look at for Southeastern. And we talked about their service aces, just 25 this year. However, Ruthie Forson, one to keep an eye on, has 8 service aces this year to just 3 service errors. They're led in digs by Grace Shahada with 157 this season. Alexander Rodich with 81, 79 from Skylar Lewis. On the other side for Northwestern, as far as service aces go, leading the team is Tara Parks along with Sydney Miller. Both those two players have 11 service aces this season. As far as digs, that's been Sydney Miller, has been great defensively with 202 digs, 128 from Kate Dieterding, the only two players with triple digits as far as digs go this season. Katie Honeycutt does have 80, 86 from Avery Osberg. As far as blocks go this year for Northwestern, 33 total blocks for Katie Honeycutt, 40 this year for Raven Burns, who's been fantastic at the net for Northwestern in her first season at the helm as a Rangers. We'll take another timeout, come back, have more of your pregame show right after this. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
With COVID-19 contributing to more sickness and death across our nation, America's physicians have 3 simple steps you can take to stop the spread. First, wash your hands. Second, stay at least 6 feet from others. And third, mask up. At the American Medical Association, we know that following the science and evidence will protect you and your loved ones. With science, we will defeat COVID-19 together.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available in bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
And welcome back here inside Purcell Fieldhouse. Dustin Goodall here with you, of course, for Ranger Volleyball this afternoon. Flying solo again here for the broadcast today. Usually, again, Livia Adele joining me for each one of our Ranger Volleyball broadcasts, but she is on vacation, headed to Mexico this for the next few days or so. So again, hopefully she has a great vacation down there. Of course, wish her well, obviously. And looking forward to having her back next week. Hopefully she'll be able to make it down there to Southwestern with us. Northwestern takes on Southwestern next Wednesday. But, of course, Northwestern, Southeastern today. We've got just over 3 minutes before we begin this one. Of course, we'll have the Senior Day script. And we'll have the starting lineups, national anthem. And, of course, after this one is over, we'll have your Senior Day festivities, which that will not be aired here on Classic Hits 105.7. But I'm sure that the Ranger Athletics YouTube channel will probably keep that on, where you can hear every bit of that as well. Update on Ranger soccer. We told you it looked like they were headed into overtime. They are, as again, they're in the 95th minute. In no score between Northwestern and Southern Nazarene. Had, of course, Ranger softball earlier today. They fell 4-1 to Wichita Baptist. And a big shout out to Coach Bowen and the Northwestern Ranger baseball team as they head back from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Safe trip back home for them as they went over and picked up a huge sweep over Wichita Baptist as they won it today. So three big wins for the Ranger baseball program. So great, Coach Bowen and those guys doing a great job this year with that team after that sweep over Wichita Baptist. But we are going to take our final time out of our pregame show, and we will come back and we will have your Senior Day script with our public address announcer Mark Zadarozny coming up to you right here next, as it's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug, right here on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Pioneer Cellular will save you money on your family plan. Whether your definition of family means your immediate family or your extended family who lives with you. Hey, whoever you share a plan with. For example, you can get 3 lines with 20 gigabytes of data for just $90 per month. Add additional lines for as little as $25 each. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store to find out how much you'll save.
And welcome back here inside Purcellville Fieldhouse. Dustin Goodnow here with you as we're about set again to put an end to our pregame show. Again, Northwestern taking on the Southeastern Savage Storm. Again, Rangers 7-4 overall this season, 4-4 in conference. They are 5-2 here at home inside Purcellville Fieldhouse. Again, as they take on the Savage Storm. But let's go down to our public addresser, Mark Zadarozny, here for your Senior Day festivities.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Purcellville Fieldhouse for today's contest between the Savage Storm of Southeastern Oklahoma State and your Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers. Just a reminder that Northwestern Oklahoma State University, the Great American Conference, and NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating words or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. The volleyball coaches and players would like to thank our team's parents, families, and friends joining us both in Purcellville Fieldhouse as well as those watching online for all of their support throughout this season. We would especially like to thank the parents and families of tonight's seniors that are here today as well. Please know that we have planned to honor our seniors at the conclusion of tonight's match. We would also like to take this moment to honor one of our current players who recently surpassed a special milestone in her career. Against Southern Nazarene this past Wednesday, Sydney Miller achieved 1,000 career digs. Congratulations, Sydney. We now ask that you stand and face the flag hanging high above center court for the playing of our national anthem. And now, the starting lineups. First for the visitor of Southeastern. Number 7, Ruthie Forson. Number 9, Skylar Lewis. Number 11, Jessie Steele. Number 13, Caroline Griffith. Number 15, Jocelyn Gruing. Number 16, Alexandra Rodich. And at libero, number 6, Gracie Shaheda. The Savage Storm are led by head coach Nicole Solon Mitchell, assisted by Taylor Gore. And now the starting lineup for your Northwestern Rangers. A 6-foot junior out of Marquez, Texas, number 5, Katie Honeycutt. A 5'10 junior from Aurora, Colorado, number 7, Raven Burns. A 5'11 senior out of Longview, Texas, number 10, Avery Osberg. A 5'8 senior from Lynchburg, Kansas, number 11, Kate Dieterding. A 5'10 sophomore out of Goddard, Kansas, number 17, Tara Parks. And a 5'11 junior from Eureka, Kansas, number 22, Madison Dellinger. And at libero, also serving as your team's captain, a 5'8 senior from Kansas City, Missouri, number 3, Sydney Miller. Northwestern is led by head coach Fred Aubuchon and assisted by Courtney Cunningham.
Appreciate our public address announcer, Mark Zadarozny. Again, honoring Sydney Miller for over 1,000 digs in her career, as we are about ready to get this one going. And also, as our Mark Zadarozny had your starting lineups there, again, for both teams, as we are about set to begin. Northwestern in their home red uniforms with the white Northwestern, white numbering. Savage Storm in their road blues with the yellow numbering. And the white Southeastern and the yellow volleyball right across the front of their uniforms. Northwestern will be hitting left to right, Southeastern right to left on your radio dial. Of course, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, it's going to be from that behind angle that runs north and south here inside Percival Fieldhouse. Update on Ranger soccer real quick. Again, they'll be headed to another overtime, tied at 0. Again, we'll try and keep you updated best we can. So we're ready to get underway here. Again, Northwestern trying to go for the season sweep against the Savage Storm this year. Savage Storm trying to pick up their second conference victory of the season. As going back to serve will be Kate Dieterding to get things going here for Northwestern. Here we go, Dieterding tosses it high. Here's the serve, received by Southeastern. Now on the near side, heading over with it is Rodich. And Rodich that time hits it right into the net. And that'll be a point for Northwestern. Good start for the Rangers there. Dieterding back to serve again. Here's the serve. Receive. That's going to be packed past the end line and a service error against Northwestern. And we're tied at 1 here in set number 1 from Alva. We talked about it. The service errors been kind of a killer for Northwestern this year. And that is 58 now on the season against Northwestern. Is going back to serve. Try and get a number here. It'll be Caroline Griffith. Here's the serve from Griffith. Received by Parks. Osberg will set. Now on the attack comes Dieterding. Southeastern with a possession. Now coming up on the attack. That time is Skylar Lewis. Nice dig from Sydney Miller. Parks now on the attack. Dig by the libero Shahada. Now on the attack. That time comes Griffith. Dig by Honeycutt. Now on the near side. Dellinger on the attack. Kept alive by Miller. Now they'll set far side for Parks on the attack. Dig from Shahada. Now hitting it over is Rodich. Now Osberg. Now on the attack comes Raven Burns that time. Southeastern still keeping it alive. On the attack comes the Savage Storm. A dig from Honeycutt. Now Parks on the attack. Deflected at the net. Southeastern with it. As they come on the attack, another dig by Northwestern as Dellinger hits it over. Southeastern now still with the possession. Roddick with it. Now Osberg. Burns on the attack is blocked at the net. Kept alive by Dieterding. Parks now on the attack. And it lands back past, actually going to say it landed in just inside the end line and a point for the Rangers. What a back and forth that was. A nice rally between both teams, but it goes in favor of Northwestern. Rangers lead at 2-1. Sydney Miller back to serve. Here's the serve by Miller. Received by Steele. Now coming up on the attack is Roddick, and that's going to be back past the end line. But they're going to say it was touched by a Northwestern player. And I got to tell you, I didn't see that one. So that's going to be a point for the Savage Storm off the deflection. Alexander Roddick back to serve for the Savage Storm now. Here's the serve. Played by Parks. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack, and it's a kill. And it lands in, perfectly placed from Katie Honeycutt. And it's 3-2 Northwestern. Back to serve with the sophomore from Kansas, Maggie Peterson. There's the serve, received by Roddick. Now the Savage Storm, they'll set. Actually, kind of got into the way of each other there. That was Forthson. And now here's the attack from Northwestern. It's off the hands of the libero Shahada. And it's a point for Northwestern as it lands out of play on the near side. Here's the serve from Peterson. Roddick receives it. Now keeping it alive is Forson. Now coming up on the attack with Skylar Lewis. Dig by Sydney Miller. Now Tara Parks on the attack, and it's a kill. And a point for the Rangers. It's now 5-2. Terrific play from Tara Parks. Rangers with a great start here in the early going against the Savage Storm. As they picked up their third kill. Here's the serve from Peterson. Received by Southeastern. Now coming up on the attack that time was Griffith. And it's going to be off the block and a point for the Savage Storm from the attack. So back to serve will be Caroline Griffith now for the Savage Storm. Here's the serve by Griffith. Received by Miller. Peterson keeps it alive. Now played by Parks over. Dig by Roddick. She hit it over. Osberg now sets for Honeycutt on the attack. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Southeastern. And that's going to be hit over by the Savage Storm. Osberg, far side set. Parks on the attack. Nice dig that time by Turcoli. Now on the attack comes Lewis. And it's going to be a point for Northwestern as it's an attack error. Lands on the far line. Out of play on the far side. Tara Parks back to serve at 6-3 Rangers. Here's the serve from Parks. Received by Southeastern. Here's a play at the net, and it was tipped over. Good play with the left hand by Ruthie Forson. Just kind of tipped that one and perfectly placed with the left hand. So the Savage Storm will pick up the point. 6-4, Northwestern by 2. Is back to serve will be Ruthie Forson. Here's the serve by the lefty Forson. Played by Parks. Now they'll set far side Dieterding on the attack. Nice dig from Lewis. Back for Roddick on the attack, and it's an attack error way past the end line. And a point for Northwestern. 7-4, Rangers lead it by 3. So Katie Honeycutt back to serve for Northwestern. Here's the serve. Received by Southeastern, and it's a play right at the net, kept it alive by the Savage Storm as Lewis hits it over. Played by Parks, far side set, Dieterding tips it over. Kept alive by Forson. Now on the attack comes Lewis, and it's going to be off the block on the kill and a point for Southeastern. Rangers were there, but just a better attack from the Savage Storm. It's now 7-5, Northwestern by 2. Back to serve is Skylar Lewis. Here's the serve, clips the net, received by Peterson. Osberg sets for Burns, who just hammers one to the floor, and it's a kill and a point for Northwestern. Boy, nice play by Maggie Peterson again. That serve clipped the top of the net with that tape, and Maggie Peterson was kind of Johnny on the spot. Perfectly done as Osberg set up Raven Burns. Now we're going to see Ruthie Forson go over and chat with the far side official. Northwestern still going to serve as Avery Osberg will go back to serve as Maggie Peterson will exit. Here's the serve from Osberg. Received that time by the libero Shehata. Now on the attack comes Roddick. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Northwestern. Now Parks on the attack. Big from Southeastern. Now on the attack comes Jesse Steele. It's a dig by Miller. Now they set up Dieterding on the attack, and it was deflected out of play on the far side, and a point for Northwestern. 9-5, Rangers by 4. Osberg to serve again. Received by Shehata. Now they'll set far side. On the attack comes Southeastern. That was Brewing. Miller to Osberg. Now to Dieterding. Dig from Lewis. Far side set on the attack goes Roddick. Osberg got a hand on it. Miller. Now they'll set. Dellinger on the attack is blocked. Tara Parks keeps it alive. Osberg to Dellinger again. Just tips it over. Kept alive that time by Grewing. And then Southeastern tried to kind of just swat at that one and throw it over. That was Jesse Steele just inside the attack line, but it hits the top of the tape and falls back on the Savage Storm side. And it's 10-5 Northwestern. Rangers with an early 5-point lead as that's a service error, the second of the set. That one goes against Avery Osberg. Point for the Savage Storm, it's now 10-6. Gray Shehata back to serve, senior from Plano, Texas. Here's the left-handed serve, played by Parks. Osberg now will set. Dellinger has to just go over with it. Now see Southeastern on the possession. Now there's an attack error into the net from Caroline Griffith. It was moving to her right, tried to go back towards the left, and hit it right into the net. Point for Northwestern, they lead at 11-6. As back to serve will be Kate Dieterding. Here's the serve. Received by Roddick. Now, far side set. That's Brewing on the attack, and it goes off the hands of Burns on the deflection. It's a point for Southeastern. Savage Storm within 4. It's 11-7. Northwestern leading it. As Mackenzie Turcoli back to serve. Here's the serve. Received by Parks. Osberg sets for Dellinger on the attack. And it was blocked at the net and deflected out of play on the far side. And it's 12-7. Rangers lead it now. Madison Dellinger comes up with a kill for Northwestern. I believe that is her first. Actually, it's her second. Sydney Miller to serve. Good serve. Received by Shehata. Now on the attack comes Griffith. Great dig by Dieterding that time. Miller now to Dellinger, and it's blocked straight back down for a point by Caroline Griffith. Good play there at the net by Griffith to come up with a point for the Savage Storm. Alexander Roddick back to serve. It's 12-8 Rangers. Here's the serve from Roddick. Received from Parks. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack. Was blocked at the net, went off the left hand of Skylar Lewis, lands out of play on the near side, and it's a point for Northwestern. It's now 13-8. Rangers looking good here early. Peterson comes back in to serve. Here's the serve. Received by, looks like a couple of Southeastern players. Shahada keeps it alive. Now Skylar Lewis on the attack. Was deflected by a Northwestern player and lands back past the end line, but it'll be a point for the Savage Storm. Caroline Griffith back to serve now. Got it back and forth ever since the Rangers had that 4 or 5 point lead as Miller receives it. Osberg, far side set, Parks on the attack, blocked at the net, kept alive by Peterson. Ellis set for Honeycutt on the attack. Good dig that time by Southeastern, but it's a point for Northwestern. 14-9, Rangers lead it by 5. Here's the serve from Tara Parks. Received by the Savage Storm. Shahada keeps it alive, running on the far side. Now Southeastern to Curley goes over with it. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack. Is blocked, kept alive by Peterson. Parks, now Dieterding on the attack. Dig from Shahada. Now Forson sets far side by Lewis. It was blocked, but then right back at Southeastern, and Forson cleans it up with a left-handed kill. And it's 14-10. Savage Storm back within 4. Ruthie Forson back to serve. Played by Parks. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack. And it's a kill as she smacks that one to the floor. And it's now 15-10 Rangers. Honeycutt back to serve once more. Rangers lead by 5. Here's the serve. Received by the Savage Storm. Forson sets for Lewis, who tried to tip that one over, but it tips into the net for an attack error. And a point for the Rangers. 16-10, Rangers lead by 6. As Honeycutt back to serve again. Here's the serve. Played by the Savage Storm. Forson sets coming up on the attack is Grewing. It's dig from Honeycutt. Osberg to Parks on the attack. It's a dig from Forson. Now on the attack comes the Savage Storm. Right to Parks. Osberg, far side set. Dieterding on the attack. Great play by Shahada. A diving save that time as the Savage Storm have the possession. Now on the attack comes the Savage Storm. That's going to be a point for Northwestern as Jesse Steele tried to place that one perfectly on the near side, but just out of play. And Southeastern wants a timeout. We will take it with them. Rangers have opened up a 7-point lead here in set number 1 at 17-10 on the Community Bank scoreboard. It's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
The Northwestern Bookstore is everything you need, whether you're a staff, student, or just your average Ranger fan. They offer everything from hats to t-shirts, polos, jackets, hoodies, and so many more Ranger clothing options. If you are a student, you can also purchase everything you need for the semester. You can also shop online and customize your order by visiting buyrangergear.com. So stop in and browse through our selection by visiting the Northwestern Bookstore located in the Student Center at Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
With COVID-19 contributing to more sickness and death across our nation, America's physicians have 3 simple steps you can take to stop the spread. First, wash your hands. Second, stay at least 6 feet from others. And third, mask up. At the American Medical Association, we know that following the science and evidence will protect you and your loved ones. With science, we will defeat COVID-19 together.
17-10 is your score here in the first set. Northwestern on top by 7 as we welcome you back. Dustin Goodall here with you for Ranger Volleyball this afternoon. Pulled a little double duty and Ranger softball earlier today. Following it up with Ranger Volleyball. Get this match started at 3 as here's the serve from Honeycutt. Gianna keeps it alive. Now on the attack comes Grewing. Big by Honeycutt. Osberg far side set. Dieterding on the attack and it's a kill. And a point for Northwestern. As trying to come up with a sliding dig that time was Alexandra Rodich, but not able to get to it. And it's 18-10 Rangers. Honeycutt back to serve once more. Here's the serve. Played by Southeastern. Shahada. Now Forson sets for Lewis. Hit that one through the block, but Burns now comes back on the attack and smashes that one through the block, and it's a kill and a point for Raven Burns. 19-10, Rangers lead by 9. Was 14-10 with Southeastern serving at one point, but that's 5 straight points for the Rangers. Honeycutt with the serve. Received by Lewis. Now Now Forson sets back for Lewis on the attack and lands in for a kill. Good placement there from Skylar Lewis in that back corner. And it's 19-11. Southeastern within 8. Skylar Lewis back to serve. Here's the serve from the freshman. Received by Parks. Osborne sets for Burns on the attack. It's kept alive by Southeastern. Forson. Now on the attack comes Lewis from the attack line and lands in on the near side. Good play there as Tara Parks could not get to it. And it's back-to-back kills for the Savage Storm. It's now 19-12. Lewis to serve once more. Here's the serve. Played by Parks. Now far side set. Dieterding on the attack. And it's going to be an attack error as it lands on the far side out of play. So point for the Savage Storm, 3 straight points as they're back within 6. Lewis to serve again. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. Osberg at the net. Now sets for Dieterding on the attack. And perfectly straight right down the middle for a kill from Kate Dieterding. Lands, I'd say, right there on the volleyball court, as far as you're looking at from a basketball standpoint, just in front of the foul line. 20-13 now. Here's Osberg to serve. Received by Radic. Now they'll set far side. Brewing on the attack and hits that one through the block. And it's a point and a kill for the Savage Storm. 20-14. Rangers lead by 6. Again, they've led by as many as 9 points here in the first set. Back to serve will be Grace Shahada. Here's the left-handed serve. Handled by Honeycutt. Now Dieterding on the attack. And Stig that time. Here's a play at the net, and it's tipped right over at the net by Madison Dellinger. Perfectly placed on that. And it's 21-14. Rangers back to serve again. It's Kate Dieterding. Here's the serve. And that's going to be a service ace that time as it goes off the hands of Skylar Lewis. And it's 22-14. That is the first service ace of the match for Northwestern. Dieterding to serve once more. Here's the serve. Received by Lewis. Forson sets on the attack. That time comes Caroline Griffith. And the Rangers kind of jumped a little too soon as Southeastern comes up with a point. It's 22-15. 22-15 is your score as Caroline Griffith back to serve for Southeastern. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. Osberg, far side. Now set for Parks on the attack. As it's hit over by Southeastern. Northwestern with the possession. Now Dellinger on the attack. Deflected at the net. Kept alive by Shahada. Now on the attack comes Radic. Kept alive by Osberg with the left hand. Then Burns got a hand on it, and it went into the net. And that'll be a point for the Savage Storm. Good hustle defensively, though, by Northwestern. It looked like it was going to be an easy kill for Alexandra Radic. Griffith to serve again. And that's a service error into the net. Point for Northwestern as it's 23-16. Rangers 2 points away from closing out the first set. Sydney Miller will go back to serve. And Sydney Miller leads the team with 11 service aces this year. Here's the serve. Received that time by Turcoli. Now on the attack comes Radic. Dig by Dieterding. Osberg, far side set. Parks on the attack. Kept alive by Shahada. And then on the near side, trying to get a hand on it was Radic. Could not do it. As it lands out of play, and it's a point for Northwestern. It's 24-16. Set point for the Rangers. And Sydney Miller back to serve. Here's the serve. Received by Turcoli. Now they'll set. On the attack comes Lewis. Dig by Dieterding. Osberg, far side set. Parks on the attack, and it's a kill and a point. And the first set goes to Northwestern as they win it 25-16. 25-16 is your final score from set number 1. As we will take a timeout. Set 2 begins right after this break. It's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available and bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Welcome back inside Personal Fieldhouse as we are ready to begin set number 2. Quick look at the numbers from set 1. Rangers come up with 11 kills to just 2 attack errors and 44 total attacks. A very good percentage from the Rangers there. On the other side, Southeastern, 10 kills, 8 attack errors, and 39 total attacks. Rangers were able to come up with 3 total team blocks, though, in that first set. 2 of those belonging to Raven Burns. Again, we had just, the score was tied just twice, 0 lead changes from set number 1. As far as digs go, 21 total digs from Southeastern, 18 from Northwestern. As Shahada to serve as we're underway in set 2. Is Dieterding on the attack and an early start that time as she crushes one to the floor. And it's a kill and a point for Northwestern. Dieterding went up and got that one in a hurry. Rangers lead at 1-0 as Dieterding back to serve. Here's the serve from Dieterding. Received by Shehada. Now, Forson sets Lewis on the attack, and a good placement by Lewis, who picks up the kill and a point for Southeastern as Miller could not get to that one. So back to serve. Mackenzie Turcoli for the Savage Storm. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. Osberg sets for Burns on the attack, blocked at the net. Northwestern with a possession still. Now Parks on the attack. Off the right hand, a shot out lands way back past the end line, and a point for Northwestern. Rangers now leading it 2-1 here in set number 2 from Alva. Sydney Miller with a serve. Received by Shehada. Now Forson sets far side. Rodic on the attack. And a good attack that time. Looked like she was going to swing hard at that one and just perfectly dumped it in. And it'll be a point for the Savage Storm. Rodic back to serve. Here's the serve. And that mishandled that time by Kate Dieterding, and it's a service ace for the Savage Storm as they take a 3-2 lead. Their first lead in the match this afternoon. To serve again will be Alexandra Rodich. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. Osberg at the net. Sets for Honeycutt. It's blocked by Southeastern. Kept alive by Dieterding. Oh my, how did she keep that one alive as Park hits the free ball over. Now Forson sets far side on the attack. That time comes Caroline Griffith, and it lands in the back left corner for a kill. But boy, I don't know how Dieterding got to that one. Just got her hand underneath it before it hit the hardwood. Still a point for the Savage Storm, though, off the kill from Griffith. Here's 4-2, Southeastern. Here's the serve. Off the hands of Dieterding. Keeping alive is Miller. Dieterding goes over with it. Shihada with the dig. Forson. Now Lewis on the attack, and it's blocked at the net by Dellinger. Right there as well was Katie Honeycutt. Great job defensively there to come up with a point for Northwestern. As Maggie Peterson will check in, we'll go back to serve for the Rangers. Rangers trailing by 1, 4-3. Here's the serve from Peterson. Received by Southeastern. Play at the net. Actually was hit over by the Savage Storm. Kept alive by Parks. Osberg tries to go over with it. It's blocked back by Southeastern. Now Northwestern still with the possession. That time it was kicked by Parks, who got a foot on it. Great play there defensively. And then on the attack comes Forson. Dig from Dieterding. Honeycutt on the attack. Dig from Rodich. Now they'll set for Griffith on the attack. And she smashes that one to the hardwood. And it's a kill and point for the Savage Storm as Miller couldn't get to it. Exciting play back and forth for both teams. Tara Parks, though, getting another body part on that one to keep it alive. Here's Griffith with the serve. Received by Dieterding. Osberg will set for Parks on the attack. Off the deflection, kept alive by Southeastern. Hit back over by Honeycutt. And the Savage Storm can't get to it as Honeycutt picks up the point for the Rangers. It's now 5-4, Savage Storm by 1. We want to get you an update on Ranger soccer as the Rangers actually fell in overtime to Southern Nazarene 1-0. As Parks with the serve, that's going to be a service ace as that's a bad touch that time for Mackenzie Turcoli. And a point for Tara Parks and the Rangers. Now back tied at 5 as Parks back to serve once more. Here's the serve, controlled by Southeastern. Lewis keeps it alive. Now Shihada just has to go over with it. Dig by Parks. Osberg will set for Honeycutt straight away. On the attack, it's a dig from Southeastern. Now Lewis on the attack and lands in just in front of the end line as Sydney Miller made a diving attempt to that one. Unable to get to it successfully, and it's 6-5 Savage Storm. Southeastern looking pretty good so far here in the second set, playing right there with Northwestern. So here's the serve by Forson, received by Parks. They'll set far side. Dieterding on the attack. Good dig from Shihada that time, the libero. Now Gruing on the attack as it was blocked, kept alive by Honeycutt as she hit it over. Shihada now with it. Lewis on the attack. Clips the top of the tape, kept alive by Peterson. Now Miller to Dieterding on the attack. Dig from Shihada. Forson to Gruing. Blocked back down by Northwestern. Terrific play at the net by Kate Dieterding. And a point for the Rangers. We're now tied at 6. That's the Ranger defense we're kind of used to, making those plays at the net defensively. And it's a big one there as Honeycutt back to serve. Received by Lewis. Forson will set. Far side Gruing on the attack. And it's an attack error past the end line. Point for Northwestern. As the Rangers retake the lead. They lead at 7-6. Honeycutt again on the serve. Received from Rodich. Forson now sets for Lewis on the attack. And another attack error as that one way past the end line. 8-6. Northwestern leads by 2. And Southeastern wants a timeout. We will take it with them. On the Community Bank scoreboard, Rangers lead at 8-6 here in the second set. Lead at 1-0. This is Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7. Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan product at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse. Dustin Goodell here with you again for Ranger Volleyball out of our timeout. Rangers leading at 1-0. They lead 8-6 right now in the second set. As Honeycutt to serve. Here's the serve. Handled by Southeastern. Forsen will set back for Lewis on the attack. Is blocked right back by Raven Burns. Straight down to the court for a point, and it's 9-6. Raven Burns has been terrific today at the net. Really been all over the place. 9-6 Rangers. Here's the serve from Honeycutt. And that one's going to be a service error as it lands on the near side past the line. And it's 9-7. Honeycutt will exit. Miller back in. Skylar Lewis back to serve for Southeastern. Here's the serve. Received by Peterson. Osberg will set for Dieterding. High up on the attack, and it's a kill as it goes off the right hand of Shahada and lands in the south seats. And it's now 10-7. Osberg back to serve for Northwestern now. Here's the serve. Received from Shahada. Forsen will set far side. Brewing on the attack. Blocked by Northwestern. Kept alive by Southeastern now. Radic on the attack. Dig from Dieterding. Osberg will set near side. Dellinger on the attack. And it goes, I believe, deflected off the hands of a Southeastern player. And it's a kill for Northwestern. As the Rangers take an 11-7 lead. I believe that was Skylar Lewis who just got a right hand on it. 11-7, Rangers by 4 as we see actually Ruthie Forsen over there having a conversation with the official. We'll come back to her coach. So I believe the conversation is over. We're ready to get back to it. So here's the serve from Osberg. Receive from Shahada. Forsen now on the attack. That time comes Jesse Steele. Miller, Osberg now Dieterding on the attack. Kind of rolls across the tape. Northwestern with the possession. They go back to Parks on the attack. It's a high dig, goes over. Osberg at the net, sets for Dieterding on the attack, and it's going to be a point for Northwestern on the attack error from Dieterding. It's now 11-8. Savage Storm to serve. It'll be Grace Shahada. Coach Abashan having a word with the official on the near side. We're ready to get back to play as Grace Shahada back to serve. The libero for Southeastern. Here's the serve. Received from Parks. Osberg kept alive. Miller has to just go over with it. Brewing with the dig. Now on the near side set for Radic. That's a good attack and a kill from Radic that time. Perfectly placed in front of the end line right there in the center. Southeastern has gotten quite a few kills off that from that position. 11-9, Rangers by 2. Shahada back to serve once more. That is going to be an attack error as that's going to land on the far side near the Northwestern logo and out of play. It's 12-9 Northwestern. That is the second service error against the Savage Storm. Rangers with 3. Dieterding back to serve once more for Northwestern. Tosses it high. Here's the serve. Receive from Shahada. Forsen. Now Lewis comes up on the attack. Dig from Dieterding. Osberg will set. Near side Dellinger on the attack is blocked. Kept alive by Miller. Osberg now tries far side to Parks on the attack. Dig from Shahada. Forsen now sets for Radic on the attack. Goes off the hands of Dieterding. Back on the north side of the gymnasium, and it's 12-10 Rangers. So point for the Savage Storm. Off the kill from Radic. And back to serve, I believe, will be Chrislyn Autry. Here's the serve. Received from Parks. Osberg will set. On the attack comes Tara Parks. Flips the top of the tape. Lands back on Northwestern side for an attack error. My apologies. That's not Chrislyn Autry. That is actually Mackenzie Turcoli. Turcoli to serve once more. Handled by Parks. Osberg sent for Dellinger on the attack, and a great kill from Madison Dellinger that time, and she kind of almost powered that one through the block. And it's 13-11. May have actually clipped the top of the tape as well. Sydney Miller back to serve. 13-11, Rangers lead by 2. Here's the serve. Received by Turcoli. Forson, Sats far side, Rodic on the attack. Wow, sliding dig from Parks. Now they'll set for Honeycutt on the attack, and it's a kill. And Shana could not handle that one. That was a rocket right at her. And it's 14-11, Northwestern. Rangers by 3 here in the second set. As Miller back to serve once more. Here's the serve. Received by Turcoli. Now Forson tips it over the left hand. Kept alive by Osberg. Miller. Now Dellinger just has to hit it over. Kept alive by Shahada. Forson sets far side. Griffith on the attack. And kind of hits that one through the block as it lands in for a point. And a kill for the Savage Storm. It's now 14-12. Back to serve once more. Mackenzie Turcoli. Here's the serve. That's going to be a point for the Rangers. That was actually Alexandra Rodic with the serve. So Rodic with the service error. Third of the match against Southeastern. It's 15-12 as Maggie Peterson to serve. Here's the serve from Peterson. Received by Shahada. Forson slaps it over the left hand. Kept alive by Dieterding. And then nobody else from Northwestern could get to it. And that'll be a point for the Savage Storm. As going back to serve will be Caroline Griffith. As Jesse Steele checks in for Southeastern. Here's the right-handed serve from Griffith. Handled by Miller. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack. Deflected. Southeastern with a possession. Now they'll set for Lewis on the attack. Punched over. Miller. Now Osberg tips it over the left hand. Kept alive by Griffith. Now Forson tried to go with the attack with the left hand, but it was blocked by Katie Honeycutt at the net for a point for the Rangers, and it's 16-13. Rangers by 3. Tara Parks back to serve. Here's the serve. That's a good serve. Rodic now tipping it over with the left hand. A good play that time from Ruthie Forson. I think she knew the defenders were right behind her and kind of turned and hit it to the other side where they weren't, and it's now 16-14. Rangers lead by 2 as Ruthie Forson back to serve. Here's the left-handed serve. That's a good one. Received by Miller. Osberg sets for Dieterding on the attack, and it's a kill. And she hits that one right over the top of the blockers. And the Rangers go back up on top by 3. I know Coach Abishon was talking about the whole Senior Day festivities and trying to worry about playing as there's a service ace for Katie Honeycutt. The 4th of the match for Northwestern, but these girls definitely look very focused here today. Look like they're having a lot of fun out there as well, too, as you can tell by the smiles on their faces. There's the serve from Honeycutt. Nearly another service ace as Lewis on the attack. Lands out of play on the near side for an attack error and a point for Northwestern. All of a sudden, the lead is now up to 5. 19-14, Rangers by 5. As we're going to see a substitution for the Savage Storm as Malaysia Burns will check in, her first appearance, the sophomore from Pittsburgh, Texas. Served by Honeycutt. Received by Rodic, kept alive by Shahada. Now Gruing hits it over. Dig by Peterson. Osberg, far side set. Dieterding on the attack, and it's an attack error. Just come off the right hand a little awkwardly as it lands into the net. And it's now 19-15. Skylar Lewis back to serve for Southeastern. Here's the serve from Lewis. Just clears the net. Peterson. Now they set for Burns. It's blocked back on her attack. Hit over by Peterson. Forson. Now on the attack and kill. That time for Malaysia Burns is good as Parks couldn't get to it. It's now 19-16. Savage Storm trying to battle back. Again, they've trailed by as many as 5 points here in the second set. Here's the serve from Lewis. Received by Peterson. Osberg, far side set. Dieterding on the attack. Dig from Shahada. It's close to the net. Kept alive by Forson. And then Burns has to hit it. And then Shahada hits it over. But that is hit 4 hits against Southeastern. And it's a point for Northwestern. It's 20-16. As Madison Dellinger back in the game now. As Maggie Peterson will exit. Now Avery Osberg back to serve for Northwestern. Here's the serve. See from Shehata. Now they set for Malaysia Burns, and it's blocked back by Raven Burns that time off the attack, and it's a point for Northwestern. Good defensive play again by Raven Burns, and Southeastern wants a timeout. 21-16 is the score on the Community Bank scoreboard. Rangers by 5. It's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Pioneer Cellular will save you money on your family plan. Whether your definition of family means your immediate family or your extended family who lives with you. Hey, whoever you share a plan with. For example, you can get 3 lines with 20 gigabytes of data for just $90 per month. Add additional lines for as little as $25 each. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store to find out how much you'll save.
The Northwestern Bookstore is everything you need, whether you're a staff, student, or just your average Ranger fan. They offer everything from hats to t-shirts, polos, jackets, hoodies, and so many more Ranger clothing options. If you are a student, you can also purchase everything you need for the semester. You can also shop online and customize your order by visiting buyrangergear.com. So stop in and browse through our selection by visiting the Northwestern Bookstore located in the Student Center at Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
And welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse. Dustin Goodnow here with you again for Ranger Volleyball this afternoon. It's a busy day here in Alva at Northwestern. It's softball, soccer at 1 o'clock, and now finishing it out with Ranger Volleyball at 3 o'clock. Of course, today also NCAA tournament going on. I know a lot of people out there probably watching that, probably cheering for the Ramblers of Loyola Chicago to continue to pull off the upset after upset. As the Ramblers again trying to make another run to the Final Four. But back to volleyball we go as Osberg to serve. Received by Shehata. Now Forsen will set. Gruing on the attack. Good dig by Miller. It's right to her. Osberg sets for Dieterding at the play at the net. Kept alive by Lewis on the dig. Forsen now sets for Radic. And it's an attack error. Oh no, it's a point for Southeastern. I'm going to say it was touched by Northwestern. It's 21-17. Shehata back to serve. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. Up high. Now they'll set for Burns on the attack. Dig from Shehata. Forsen sets for that time Griffith on the attack. Kept alive by Northwestern off the block. Now Dellinger tips this one over. Gruing with the dig. Forsen sets for Lewis from the attack line. Off the right hand of Miller. Parks keeps it alive. Great defensive play there as Dieterding goes over with it. Shehata. Forsen, now Griffith on the attack, and that's an attack error and a point for Northwestern. As you saw Tara Parks that time kind of slide down and pull her hands back down to make sure she didn't touch that one. It was past the end line, and the Rangers secure the point, and they lead by 5. 22-17 is Dieterding back to serve. Here it is. Dig that time from Gruing. Now they'll set for Radic on the attack. Handled by Parks. Osberg, now Dellinger on the attack, clips the top of the tape. Shehata keeps it alive. Now Gruing on the attack is blocked straight back down, and that was either Burns or Parks. But whoever it was, both of them just got a point for Northwestern off the block. It's 23-17. As I believe going back to serve for Northwestern will be Kate Dieterding. Rangers trying to get a 2-0 set lead as they lead it by 6. Here's the serve. Shehata receives it. Forsen now sets for Griffith off the block. Dellinger keeps it alive. Now Dieterding again, a sliding play. Now Miller, great play by Sydney Miller, hit it over. Now Radic on the attack. Kept alive by Dieterding. Play at the net, tipped over by Southeastern. And Dieterding could not get a left hand on it. And that'll be a point for the Savage Storm. Still, though, heck of a play by Dieterding here on the near side in front of the scores table. Sliding to that one to keep it alive. 23-18, Rangers by 2. Here's the serve from Southeastern. That's Turcoli. Parks. Now they'll set for Burns on the attack. Blocked by Southeastern. Good play from Alexandra Radic. Picks up the point for the Savage Storm. Turcoli back to serve again. It's 23-19. Savage Storm not going quietly here in the second set as Miller receives the serve. Osberg will set for Dieterding Now it's dig from Turcoli. Now they'll set back for Rodic, who just tips this one over. Good play from Osberg, did it over. Turcoli. Now on the attack comes Griffith. Osberg to Miller. Now sets for Parks on the attack. Is blocked back again by Southeastern. This one from Caroline Griffith. All of a sudden, the Savage Storm making a run here. They've cut the lead down to 3. It's 23-20. As Mackenzie Turcoli again to serve. It's this one over, handled by Parks. Osberg will set for Burns on the attack. That's deflected off the block and lands out of play on the near side for a point for Northwestern. And we've now come to set point here in the second set. It's 24-20. Sydney Miller will go back to serve. Miller tosses it. Here's the serve. Received by Shehada. Forson. Now Lewis on the attack, and it's an attack error and a point for Northwestern as the Rangers take the second set 25-20. Rangers now leading it 2-0 as they win it 25-20. We'll take a timeout. The third set begins right after this. It's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
With COVID-19 contributing to more sickness and death across our nation, America's physicians have 3 simple steps you can take to stop the spread. First, wash your hands. Second, stay at least 6 feet from others. And third, mask up. At the American Medical Association, we know that following the science and evidence will protect you and your loved ones. With science, we will defeat COVID-19 together.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Welcome back inside Purcell Fieldhouse. Again, we're about to begin set number 3. Let's get you updated on some scores, though. Again, the NCAA tournament going on. Talked about Loyola Chicago. It looks like their run is going to come to an end as they're going to fall at the hands of Oregon State, 65-58. Unbelievable that the 12-seeded Beavers are headed to the Elite 8. Not only that, is they can just continue to win. I believe that's 8 or 9 in a row now that the Beavers have won. Again, taking out Oklahoma State as well before Loyola Chicago. As we are about ready to begin set number 3. Again, 9 total team blocks for Northwestern, 3 for Southeastern. In that second set, it was Southeastern with 12 kills, 13 attack errors, and 45 total attacks. Northwestern just 8 kills, 5 attack errors, and 37 total attacks. So again, getting some help from Southeastern with all those attack errors. Rangers again leading it 2-0. They took set number 1, 25-16. Of course, won the second set, 25-20. Again, the series history between these two teams is actually tied at 7 apiece. Northwestern, however, has won the last 4 matches between the two schools. As Dieterding serves were underway here in the third set. As Forson, now Rodic on the attack. Dig by Dieterding. Osberg, far side set, Tara Parks, and is blocked out, back out of play, and a point for Northwestern off the block. And the Rangers take an early 1-0 lead. And really, Southeastern got the better of Northwestern up until about 2018. Again, when these first two teams went, when Northwestern went Division II, part of the Great American Conference, there's the serve from Dieterding. Now hitting it over is Gruing. Dieterding, now the set for Burns on the attack. Shahada keeps it alive, falling down. Now Gruing on the attack, and it's an attack error past the end line. Point for Northwestern. Rangers again leading it 2-0. As we close in on the 4 o'clock hour here on this Saturday, March 27th in Alva, Oklahoma. In the final home match, senior day for Northwestern. Here's the serve from Dieterding. Received by Shehada. Now Forson sent for Griffith on the attack. Gets the top of the tape. Southeastern still with the possession. Rodic on the attack. Deflected at the net. Kept alive by Dieterding. Osberg now to Dellinger on the attack. Dig by Lewis. It's going to land out of play on the far side. And it's an early 3-0 lead for Northwestern. And Rangers looking for the sweep in 3 straight sets. They've done that 3 times this season. In fact, they did it at Southeastern earlier this year, looking for their 4th of the year. Here's the serve from Dieterding. Shahada with the dig actually went over. Now Burns on the attack, deflected, kept alive by Southeastern. Shahada, now Rodic on the attack, blocked back by Northwestern. Lewis keeps it alive. Rodic will try again. Parks to Osberg, now Dellinger on the attack. Off the hands that time of Forson, and it lands out of play on the far side past the NCAA logo. And it's another point for Northwestern. It's now 4-0. Rangers looking good here early in the 3rd set. As Dieterding with the serve. Received by Lewis. Forson. Now set back for Lewis, who just tips it over, and then Raven Burns makes a terrific play at the net, slapping it right back down for the point on the block. And boy, Raven Burns has been terrific defensively for Northwestern here this afternoon. 5-0, Northwestern leads it. Here's the serve from Dieterding. See by Lewis. Forson, Sats far side. Rodic on the attack. Blocked again by Northwestern. Boy, Southeastern just can't get anything across on an attack. Dieterding to Osberg. Far side set. Tara Parks on the attack. Blocked by Southeastern. Here's a play at the net. Osberg just kind of punches it over. Southeastern with a possession. Rodic on the attack. Dig by Sidney Miller. Osberg, far side, sets for Parks. Blocked by Southeastern, then hit back over by Burns. Terrific play there defensively from her knees. And then Southeastern can't get it back over as it's off the left hand that time of Gruing. And a point for Northwestern. Oh, and again, all of that is because Northwestern was so good defensively during that rally, not allowing anything for Southeastern. Savage Storm trailing 6-0 here in the 3rd set. Dieterding to serve once more. Handled by Lewis. Forson now sets for Griffith on the attack, and it's an attack error past the end line again, and a point for the Rangers. It's now 7-0, and Southeastern wants a timeout. We're going to take it with them. Rangers pitching a shutout here early in the 3rd set. They lead at 7-0 on the Community Bank scoreboard. This is Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available in bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back inside Personal Fieldhouse. Dustin Gano here with you for Ranger Volleyball. Again, it's 7-0. Northwestern with a terrific start here to the 3rd set, trying to close this thing out in 3 sets. Dieterding back to serve once more. Here's the serve. And that's an attack error as it clips the top of the tape and falls back on the side of the Rangers. And the Savage Storm have their first point here in the 3rd set. Back to serve now will be Mackenzie Turcoli for Southeastern. Here's the serve. Handled by Parks. That went up high off of her hands. Now they'll set back for Parks, who just kind of pushes this one over with the right hand, but it lands back past the end line and a point for the Savage Storm. It's now 7-2, Northwestern with a 5-point lead here in the third set. Turcoli once more, here's the serve. And a service error past the end line, point for the Rangers. Rangers now lead by 6. That is the 4th service error of the afternoon for the Savage Storm. Sydney Miller back to serve. Here's the serve from Miller. Received by Shahada. Forson keeps it alive. Now on the attack comes Rodic. Osberg. Now far side, Miller to Parks. Up high from Shahada. That one actually hit the top of the ceiling as now Griffith has to punch it over. Big from Miller. Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack. Off the deflection. Shahada keeps it alive, and Southeastern somehow kept that alive. Actually, well, they're going to say no, as they're going to say a carry that time, trying to carry it over. But, boy, I give credit to Southeastern that time. That looked like a terrific defensive play that they came up with, because that looked like it was going to be an easy kill for Katie Honeycutt. But I'm going to say she carried it over. It's now 9-2 Northwestern. As Ruthie Forson will go over and chat with the far side official. It looks like a yellow card has been issued to Southeastern. So Sydney Miller will go back to serve. For the Rangers, they lead at 9-2. Here's the serve. Received by Shahada. Forson. Now Rodic on the attack. Blocked once again. Rodic now hits it over off the block. Now Miller keeps it alive. Dieterding on the attack, and it's an attack error right into the net. And a point for Southeastern. 9-3, Rangers lead by 6. Kinsey, actually that's going to be Alexandra Rodic. So Rodic back to serve. Here's the serve. Handled by Dieterding. Osberg will set for Honeycutt on the attack. Blocked by Caroline Griffith for a point for the Savage Storm. Good defensive play there. Not going to see Katie Honeycutt get blocked too many times, but Griffith had her number there, and it's a point for the Savage Storm. It's now 9-4. Rodic once more to serve. Here it is. Handled by Parks. Kept alive by Osberg. Now Miller just has to hit it over. Now Forson tips it over the left hand, and it lands in perfectly right near the attack line, and a point for the Savage Storm. So Southeastern back within 4 as Rodic to serve once more. Here's the serve, controlled by Parks. Osberg sets far side. Honeycutt just swats at it with the right hand on the attack, but it lands back past the end line. Kind of a wild attack that time from Honeycutt. Had to readjust almost in air. And it's 9-6. Rodic to serve once more. Here's the serve. Received by Dieterding. Now they'll set for Dellinger on the attack. And that's going to be a kill and a point off the hands that time of Turcoli as it lands in the stands. And it's now 10-6 Rangers. Maggie Peterson will go back to serve now for Northwestern. Again, a good crowd here today from inside Purcell Fieldhouse. Here's the serve. Off the hands of Rodic. Orson now sets for Lewis, who tips it over. Osberg controls it. Now they set for Parks on the attack. Off the deflection, Lewis gets a hand on it. Forson. Now Griffith on the attack. And it's going to be a point and a kill for the Savage Storm as it did land just inside the line on the near side. Again, where our broadcast position is, we are right directly above the scores table, behind both benches. Here's the serve. Controlled by Dieterding. Now they'll set for Honeycutt on the attack. Clips the top of the tape and goes over. Forson. Now to Lewis on the attack. Big by Dieterding. Osberg sets for Honeycutt again. Is blocked, but it lands on a play on the near side. And it's a point for the Rangers. 11-7, Northwestern by 4 here in the third set. Trying to make this the final set of the afternoon. Here's the serve from Parks. Received by Rodic. Forson. And that time was trying to set it for Jessie Steele, but Steele, I think, thought she was going to set it for outside. And Forson had set it to come to the inside, and That's going to be a point for Northwestern. So an error there against the Savage Storm as Park will go back to serve once more. Off the hands of Turcoli. Now coming up, Lewis on the attack is blocked by Honeycutt. And it's a point for Northwestern as Southeastern couldn't get enough hands on it. And it's 13-7. Rangers lead by 6. Substitution for the Savage Storm as Malaysia Burns checks in. Her second appearance of the match. Here's the serve from Parks. Received by Turcoli. Now here's a play at the net, blocked by Honeycutt. Almost was right there, had two hands on it with Forson. Boys, you hear the excitement from the Ranger volleyball bench. It's a point for Northwestern as Southeastern couldn't get it back over after the block from Honeycutt. So 14-7. Rangers have doubled up the Savage Storm. They lead by a touchdown. Here's the serve from Parks, and it's an attack, or excuse me, a service error past the end line. That is the 5th against the Rangers. As Jocelyn Gruing checks back in, and she'll get Mackenzie Turcoli. Ruthie Forson to serve, the freshman from Denton, Texas. Here's the left-handed serve from Forson. Controlled by Parks. Osberg sets for Dieterding high up on the attack. And it's going to be a kill as it goes off the hands of Shahada and lands in the south seats here in the gymnasium. 15-8, Rangers lead it. Here's the serve from Honeycutt. Received by Southeastern. Now Gruig just has to go over with it. Dig by Peterson. Osberg will set far side. Dieterding on the attack. Shahada high up. That one's going to land and hit a speaker and land back on Southeastern's side. And a point for Northwestern. We'll give credit to the speaker up top of Percival Fieldhouse for that one. Kind of come off the speaker awkwardly and worked out well for Northwestern. Here's the serve from Honeycutt. Forson. Now Lewis on the attack, and it's an attack error out of play on the far side. Point for the Rangers. Rangers dominating here in the third set as they lead it 17-8. The Savage Storm won a timeout. We'll take it with them. 17-8 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Northwestern leads it. It's Ranger Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Pioneer Cellular will save you money on your family plan. Whether your definition of family means your immediate family or your extended family who lives with you. Hey, whoever you share a plan with. For example, you can get 3 lines with 20 gigabytes of data for just $90 per month. Add additional lines for as little as $25 each. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store to find out how much you'll save.
Welcome back out of the timeout. It's 17-8. Here's the serve. Here's an attack from Southeastern, and it's a point and a kill from Jocelyn Gruing. Savage Storm back to serve. Here's the serve by Lewis. Received from Peterson. Far side set. Now on the attack comes Dieterding, but it's blocked by Malaysia Burns and lands in for a point for the Savage Storm. Back-to-back points for Southeastern. 17-10. Rangers lead by 7. Skylar Lewis goes back to serve. Here's the serve. Controlled by Parks. Osberg will set for Burns on the attack. Dig that time from Forson. Shahada, now Lewis on the attack. Dig from Peterson. Osberg. Parks from the attack line. Lands in for a kill and a point as Shahada made a diving attempt and couldn't get to it. And it's 18-10 Northwestern. And keep in mind right after this, the Senior Day festivities will be happening. Here's the serve from Osberg. Received from Shahada. Now they'll set Gruing on the attack. And Parks makes a diving attempt with the left hand, not able to get to it. And it is a kill for Jocelyn Gruing. Yeah, Jocelyn Gruing going in at 6'4". By far the tallest player on the court for either team. As Shihada back to serve. Controlled by Parks. Osberg will set far side. Dellinger on the attack. And off the deflection, it's going to be a point and a kill as it was off the hands of Jocelyn Gruing and lands out of play. 19 to 11. As back to serve again, Dieterding. Here's the serve. Received by Southeastern. Now on the attack comes Griffith that time as Miller couldn't handle that one. As that one was hit hard right at her by Griffith. Give her the kill and a point for the Savage Storm. Back to serve is Turcoli. Here's the Turcoli serve. Gathered by Osberg. Now Burns on the attack, and it's a kill off the deflection as it lands out of play in the near side, and Burns will exit. Honeycutt back in the match. 20 to 12 as Sydney Miller will go back to serve. Rangers lead by 8. They're cruising here in the third set. Here's the serve from Miller. This one's hit high up. Parks has it. Now Osberg sets for Honeycutt on the attack, and an attack error as it lands past the line on the far side. And it's a point for the Savage Storm. It's 2013. Radich back to serve now for Southeastern. Here's the serve. Played by Parks. Now they'll set back for Parks off the attack. And off the deflection, it hits the antenna. It's a kill and a point for Northwestern. Rangers catch a break there. But they'll take it. It's 21-13. As Maggie Peterson back to serve. Peterson with a serve. Controlled by Shihada. Forston now sets for Griffith. And that lands in for a kill and a point just inside the end line near that back left corner. It's 21-14. Back to serve now is Caroline Griffith. Here's the serve. Gathered by Miller. Well, actually, it's going to be a service ace as it goes off the hands of Miller. Tough touch that time from Sydney Miller. It's 21-15. Griffith back to serve again. Here's the serve. Gathered by Miller up high. Dieterding keeps it alive. Now hitting it over was either Parks or Peterson, one of the two, and they hit it out of play on the far side. And it's now 21-16. That's 3 straight points for the Savage Storm now. They're back within 5. Caroline Griffith to serve. Here it is. And a service error as it lands out of play on the far side. And it's 22-16. Rangers again 3 points away from closing this one out. As Tara Parks will go back to serve. Here's the serve. Received by Radich. Kept alive by Forston. Now Radich hits it over. It's blocked right back down by Honeycutt. Played that perfectly defensively at the net. And it's 23-16. Not going to see a whole lot of easier points than that for Northwestern. Here's the serve from Parks. Received by Radich. Kept alive by Turcoli. Now Lewis on the attack. Off the hands of Miller. Osberg sets for Honeycutt. Dig from Radich. Forston sets for Lewis on the attack. Dig by Peterson. Osberg will set. Far side Dieterding on the attack. Blocked. Ran into the hands of Miller. Osberg again for Dieterding. Punches it over. Now Forston tips it to Malaysia. Burns kept alive by Osberg with the right hand. Now Miller. Now Parks on the attack. Dig from Shihada. Good rally here between both teams. Burns on the attack is going to be a kill and a point for Southeastern. It was off the deflection at the net. And it's 23-17. Jocelyn Gruing back in as well for Southeastern now. As Ruthie Forston to serve. Serve from Forston. Handled by Parks. Osberg will set near side. Honeycutt on the attack. Blocked by Burns. Kept alive by Miller to Osberg. Now to Honeycutt again, who just hammers one home to the court. And it's a point for Northwestern. It's 24-17. Crowd will rise to its feet as we are at match point. Rangers trying to go 3-0 here this afternoon as they lead by 7. Here's the serve from Honeycutt. Receive from Shahada. Forson. Now to Burns on the attack. Gets the top of the tape. Southeastern still with the possession. Now that's it. As that is 4 hits by the Savage Storm, and the Rangers are going to close it out as they win 25-17 here in set number 3 as they sweep Southeastern 3-0 here this afternoon. 25-17 is your final score here in the third set as the Rangers win at 25-16, 25-20, and 25-17. We will take a timeout, come back. Your post-game wrap-up show begins right after this. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
The Northwestern Bookstore is everything you need, whether you're a staff, student, or just your average Ranger fan. They offer everything from hats to t-shirts, polos, jackets, hoodies, and so many more Ranger clothing options. If you are a student, you can also purchase everything you need for the semester. You can also shop online and customize your order by visiting buyrangergear.com. So stop in and browse through our selection by visiting the Northwestern Bookstore located in the Student Center at Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
With COVID-19 contributing to more sickness and death across our nation, America's physicians have 3 simple steps you can take to stop the spread. First, wash your hands. Second, stay at least 6 feet from others. And third, mask up. At the American Medical Association, we know that following the science and evidence will protect you and your loved ones. With science, we will defeat COVID-19 together.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back here inside Personal Fieldhouse as we begin our post-game show. Right now, again, the 3 seniors being honored for Northwestern. Avery Osberg, Sydney Miller, and, of course, Kate Dieterding. Fantastic careers here at Northwestern Oklahoma State. As we put a capper on this one, final numbers will look like this for both teams. We'll start with Southeastern. They come up with 29 kills this afternoon, 30 attack errors, and 119 total attacks, had 24 assists, 2 service aces, 5 service errors, and again, 48 total digs. Total team blocks, 5 for Southeastern. For Northwestern, Rangers come up with 30 kills this afternoon, just 14 attack errors. Rangers played a very clean match, again in the sweep 3-0. 112 total attacks, they had 29 assists, 3 service aces, 5 service errors, 49 total digs. Rangers as a team, 15 total team blocks. A very impressive afternoon for Northwestern defensively. Leading the team in kills, of course, senior Kate Dieterding finishes with 9 kills tonight. 6 from Madison Dellinger, 4 from Raven Burns. Burns, again, who was fantastic with those blocks. The next come up huge today for Northwestern. Katie Honeycutt finishes with 5 kills, 1 from Avery Osberg and 5 from Tara Parks here. As the Rangers had 11 total kills in the third and final set, 7 total attack errors and 31 total attacks. For the Savage Storm, they were led tonight by Caroline Griffith, who finished with 9 kills, 7 from Lewis, 2 from Malaysia Burns, 3 from Forson, and 4 apiece from Gruing and Rodich. As a team in the third set, Southeastern had 7 total kills, 9 attack errors, and 35 total attacks. As we will take one more final timeout, come back, wrap it up right after this. It's Ranger Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
Holder Drug, in business for your health since 1952. Holder Drug had one of the first prescription drive-thrus in Oklahoma. Our pharmacists live here, are from here, and know you by name. Holder Drug has the largest selection of medical equipment in this area. Not just a pharmacy, Holder Drug has Hallmark cards, Melissa and Doug toys, and a large gift selection and registry. Finally, their old-fashioned soda fountain and lunch counter are a popular spot in Alva. Stop by and see it for yourself.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
It is rare for someone to not feel they have contacts in their eyes. Even when the contacts are comfortable, nearly everyone knows they're there. Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, offers you the Dailies Total One contacts. They have the new fitting set of Dailies Total One available in bifocal corrections. Schedule your appointment today by calling Alva Vision Clinic at 580-327-2393. That's 580-327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Welcome back inside Purcell Fieldhouse here in our post-game show. Again, we're joined by Ranger Volleyball head coach Fred Upshawn. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win. You guys look fantastic today. That's maybe one of the most cleanest games I think I've seen you guys play in some time. What was it out there? You guys just seem to be clicking.
Because we weren't in practice, I think. Because if you've seen this the last 2 days in practice, this was not what I was expecting to see from us today. But I'm really pleased with how the girls maybe just kind of kept a little too loose in practice the last few days and came out here to play their best all week long. So this was better than we played at SNU. And you're right, it was a cleaner, better match for us. So I couldn't be more happier.
Well, and one thing it looked like, just from my standpoint, they looked like they were really enjoying themselves. And I'm sure they do most matches, but they seemed to be really having a lot of fun out there playing today.
They sure did. They embraced the idea of what senior day is, and our 3 seniors out there seem like they're having the time of their life. And we didn't have to go to Katie Honeycutt too much today. Katie didn't have her normal big match for us as far as stats. She did a solid job, but we were able to move the ball around to everybody. Everybody kind of got involved today, and I thought our defense was solid. Our serving was really good. And, seeing our serve receive play good enough to keep us in the game. That was a fun match to play.
You mentioned defensively, and for me, it started with Raven Burns. Raven was fantastic today with some of the blocks that she was able to make. Not only that, getting points off of them. She was terrific.
Yeah, Raven, it was nice to see Raven have a big match for us. She's been off and on as far as this season goes with health. She's missed a few matches. She missed a lot in the fall because of COVID. It was nice to see her have a solid contributing match for us today.
Well, now you've won 4 straight now. The momentum seems to be riding in your favor. You've got 1 match left. Talk a little bit about the opponent. I know Southwestern, we've already played them once here, but I think we're going to see a different Ranger team when we go down there next week to Weatherford.
Oh, we're definitely going to. I think we're definitely going to be different from the first time we played them. I just hope we're better. Southwestern, Josh runs an amazing program down there, and you can never shake a stick at them. You can't look at the records when it comes to SWASU and Northwestern. I know that they play really good defense. They serve tough, and their outside hitters are their big go-tos. But the one thing about Southwestern is if you can get them frustrated, you've got a chance because they have no depth. They have a very thin bench this year. They don't have a single substitute for the front row or setter position. They've got some defensive specialists on the bench, but they have no depth. So if you can get them frustrated, get them off their game, you got to run with that.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining us here. Obviously, in the post game, I know that was a lot of fun out there. Go enjoy this one with your players, especially with being on senior day, and I'm sure they love having their parents here, being able to get to watch this as well.
I think it was just as much fun, Dustin, to talk to you twice in one day. So I really appreciate the second opportunity to speak with you and to talk to our audience. If anybody's listening out there still, I appreciate that, and go Rangers.
Coach, we'll see you next week in Weatherford.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks again to Fred Abshawn joining us here in the postgame, as that is going to wrap it up for our coverage today, as it was all Northwestern today against Southeastern, as the Rangers win it in 3 straight sets, 25-17. to 16, 25-20, and closing it out 25-17. Our next broadcast will be next Wednesday, as Northwestern will be taking on Southwestern on the road to close out the season against the Bulldogs again in Pioneer Cellular Event Center. Looking forward to that one next week when Northwestern travels to Weatherford. But that's going to do it for our broadcast. Again, appreciate Coach Abishon joining us here. Congratulations to these Ranger players and, of course, the seniors here on Senior Day. I'm sure they're enjoying this with their families. But a big thank you to all of our sponsors and listeners up and down the line. Of course, everybody out there on Classic Hits 105.7, our live stream, and, of course, the Ranger Athletics YouTube channel. For Leah Darnell back in studio, this is Dustin Goodnow saying so long from Personal Fieldhouse in Alva, and have a terrific weekend.